Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Uh, Here's why Diddy married woman who betrayed Kim Porter. Young Miami down bad. Oh, man. I told y'all as stuff comes out, I'm going to continue to watch because I need to know everything. You know, just because the more I know, I feel like I know enough for this dude to be in jail already, but we're going to see. I just want to know who's all connected. We ain't going to waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Wait, what? Did Diddy secretly get married to his baby mama Dana Tran to prevent her from testifying against him? The same Dana that he allegedly hired back in the day as a cybersecurity expert to spy on Kim Porter? Child, if all this is true, Diddy must be sweating buckets trying to salvage a situation. But you want to know who is done? Young Miami. I mean, it's kind of suspicious that she unfollowed Diddy after the secret wedding rumors. But let's just get right to business, loves. Okay, for those who recall, Diddy revealed that he welcomed a surprise child, daughter Love Sean Combs, back in December 2022. And while the mother's identity was originally kept a secret, Dana Tran was revealed as Love's mother after TMZ got a hold of the birth certificate. Since then, Dana has been posting a lot with baby Love. And to celebrate her 1.5 birthday, she captioned a couple of videos of Love. Time be still. My heart can't take how fast this thing is all going. Happy 1.5 birthday to my baby girl. My only regret is not holding you more because everyone said I'd spoil you too much. There is no such thing. New moms, hold that baby. It goes by so fast. Dads, family, friends, take those random videos and pics of mom holding baby in that newborn stage. Even if mom says no, because I always felt a mess and said no to pics, and now I have very few to look back on. Now, despite sharing a child with Diddy, not much is known about Dana, except the fact that she works in the cybersecurity industry and appears to be based near Newport Beach, California, where Love was born. There have also been reports that she is a high-ranking cyber official of Malaysia, and there was an alleged tea that Dana also worked as an accomplice to Diddy and helped him spy on Kim Porter. I mean,
That is wild, man. Again, I say I'm trying to figure out who's all involved and stuff. So this man, one of his baby mamas is cyber, boy. When this stuff really hits the fan, oh man.
that would justify why they are still so tight, right? If Dana was actually the one behind spying on Kim, I bet she knows a whole lot about what Diddy has been doing over the years. The thing is, Diddy has never confirmed having a relationship with Dana, but there are reports claiming that he secretly married her. And it doesn't help that Dana was spotted with a large diamond ring on her finger in her latest Instagram posts, fueling the allegations even further. Anyway, according to reports, Diddy and Dana got a lot closer since all the scandals broke, and despite many people leaving Diddy and cutting all ties with him, Dana has stood by him. So Diddy flew Dana and their daughter to Hawaii to celebrate her 1.5 birthday, and while there, Diddy allegedly—
Think about getting closer to someone after hearing everything about them. Hearing all that craziness, you get closer. Money. Because especially after seeing what happened with Cassie, you would think you would really want to distance yourself. To get closer though, nah, that's crazy.
Since all the scandals broke, and despite many people leaving Diddy and cutting all ties with him, Dana has stood by him. So Diddy flew Dana and their daughter to Hawaii to celebrate her 1.5 birthday, and while there, Diddy allegedly surprised Dana with an impromptu wedding ceremony. But the question is, was the marriage forced on her to prevent her from testifying against Diddy? Because the way things have been going, I'm assuming marriage would be the last thing on Diddy's mind. Unless, of course, he's up to something, like spousal privilege damages during the trial. Baby, we've read and heard enough to know that if Dana really is Diddy's cyber guru, then Diddy would do literally anything to make sure that she doesn't spill any tea. And by now, we've already established that people who dated Diddy were forced to do things they never wanted to do. For starters, there's how we already have an extensive record of the things Kim Porter had to go through when she was with Diddy. One of those is that when Diddy was hit with the 7th lawsuit by April Lampros, she accused him of forcing himself on her multiple times, including one time when Diddy forced her to hook up with Kim Porter as he watched and got off on them. Speaking of Kim, there was also Cola, who talked about how Cassie let herself be flaunted in Kim's face and laughed at how Diddy was treating Kim in her own home. She even said that she will never forget the time that Kim told her that Diddy tried to make her lick Cassie's tampon. Cola also talked about another time at 4 in the morning when Diddy brought Cassie, who was basically a teenager, into his bedroom where Kim was sleeping and woke Kim up and told her to get out of the bed so Cassie could get in it. In addition, we also had even more devastating accounts from the Rolling Stone article, with Mark Curry talking about what he himself witnessed, saying, "I remember Kim used to go through a lot of stuff. If you live around them, you get to see the toxic relationship. I think every relationship he had that I experienced around him was like that." So how sure are we that Dana Tran hasn't been through some of these things that Kim allegedly went through, or the ones that Cassie also had to go through? Cassie narrated in her lawsuit how Diddy was prone to uncontrollable rage and how he subjected her to savage acts in which he kicked and stomped her, how she was admitted to the hospital on several occasions, and how she lost her memory because of how much Diddy used to lay hands on her, how she wanted to unalive herself, and how Diddy was forcing her to hook up with a succession of male hookers while he filmed the encounters. Near the end of their relationship in 2018, Cassie also accused Diddy of forcing his way into her home and forcing himself on her. Of course, there's also that video that clearly showed Diddy and Cassie at the now closed Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, Los Angeles, where we saw Cassie exit a hotel room and walk to the bank of elevators. Then Diddy, holding a towel around his waist, runs down a hall after her and grabs her by the back of the neck and throws her to the floor, then turns to kick her. When Cassie was still on the floor, Diddy retrieved a purse and suitcase from the floor near the elevators, and then he turned around and kicked Cassie again as she lay motionless on the floor. After about 4 seconds, he then briefly drags Cassie by her sweatshirt toward a room before walking away, and we later see him literally throwing things at Cassie. Baby, if Diddy was doing these things to Kim and Cassie, I personally see how people would believe that Dana is probably going through the same things and was forced to marry Diddy to prevent her from testifying against him, just like he was probably doing with Carisha, who unfollowed him after news of the secret wedding broke. In fact, as far as Carisha is concerned, followers first noted that in several of the pictures Young Miami has with Diddy, she has white nails, and Cassie said in the lawsuit, Diddy made her wear white nails to contrast the skin of the men she was forced to sleep with. People also remembered how Diddy sent Young Miami flowers after an argument and took her on multiple vacations, just like what Cassie described used to happen after they had a fight. Let's also not forget that Lil Rod said in his lawsuit against Diddy that he has evidence of illicit activity, much of which he claimed to have recorded due to the fact that Diddy required him to record him constantly, and that he secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Diddy, his staff, and his guests, and people like Miami engaging in serious illegal activity. Specifically when it comes to Miami, Lil Rod said that Diddy was paying her to be one of the freak-off girls. Remember, Lil Rod also added an additional 25 pages of information to his already very lengthy filing, and basically went into detail about Diddy's affinity for pink Coca-Cola, also known as Tukey, and how Carisha was a transporter. It said in the lawsuit, plaintiff and the Combs Rico Enterprise were rehearsing for Something in the West Festival. Plaintiff Jones personally witnessed Mr. Combs do a few lines of Coca-Cola in his dressing room. Defendant Sean Combs wanted Tukey, but Brendan forgot it. So defendant Christina Karam called Young Miami, who then brought it on the private jet from Miami. The thing is, Lil Rod also said that Combs Rico Enterprise did a lot of procuring, transporting, and distributing of various illegal substances, and these substances found their way into carry-on luggage during both national and international travels, including trips facilitated by Young Miami on behalf of Diddy. While people were speculating that Carisha was being forced to do these things for Diddy, just like Dana was allegedly forced to marry Diddy to prevent her from testifying against him. Okay, I know we've also had reports saying that there is no truth to reports that Diddy secretly married Dana Tran, but where Diddy is involved, we can never be too sure, especially when we consider the allegation that Dana may have been the one who was spying on Kim Porter for Diddy. But what do you think? Is it possible that Diddy forced Dana to marry him to prevent her from testifying? Do you think the secret wedding is what made Carisha distance herself from Diddy? What do you think Dana really knows about Diddy? Child, I'm dying to know what you think. So drop those thoughts in the comments section below.
It would make sense, right? It would make sense for him to do that so she can't testify. I'm just, I guess I'm wondering, like, you go back to the whole Cat Williams scene, like, when Diddy wants to party, you got to tell him no. But what if you can't? Because my whole thing is, like, if this lady started off as this cybersecurity person, and then, he like, oh, she fine. Once he says that, there's nothing she could do. You know what I mean? It's like whatever Diddy wants, he's going to get. Because if you try to tell him no, he's going to force you to, right? So maybe that's it. Because she's scared for her life. Forcing her to look happy in front of everybody. I mean, that's how you have to think now with everything that came out. Is it true or not? Don't know. But you're not wrong for thinking that way just because of the evidence. It's really sad, man, because she's obviously beautiful. But, in the mind, it's like, I mean, you done had a child with this man. And now it's like, ain't no way to escape him. And like I said, if he did get married and you can't testify, dang. Unless she just really didn't know about this stuff, which I kind of doubt, because I feel like all of them that are close to him, especially cybersecurity, All right, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys coming over and watching, man. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.